Alright, very quickly, I'm going to do some stuff with GoldenEye again, and the connections back with Trainspotting, Madonna, Diana, and we're going to be looking at this 4/4 date coming up as well. Okay, so I need to do the decode again just to clarify for people that haven't seen this stuff before. But this is GoldenEye, the film. This is the and again, what's so important about GoldenEye is right at the start of the film is the big dam jump scene, okay, to connect us back with the Hoover Dam. But I digress. This is the scene with the tank versus the train, and as you notice there, 343 is on the tank, right? And as we come through this scene, the tank is sitting in a tunnel, ready to derail the train. Tank and train have 2662 gematria, like Madonna has 2662 gematria. The tank fires at the train and derails it. There is also another number on the side of the train. It is 745 right here. Okay, 745. Okay, and I don't have the shot of the let me see if I can get the shot of the, let's go back a little bit here. Let's see if we can get the tunnel as well. So those two are going to collide right at the entrance to the tunnel there as well. Okay, that is important because at the entrance to the tunnel we are going to, I don't know, we're going to see if we, I don't know if we're going to see it or not. Anyway, just take my word for it. On the entrance to this tunnel there is the 247 is the number on the tunnel. Okay, trying to think where, I don't think it's the end of it either. Yeah, I wish I could have just got that as well, so we could have just seen it. I don't know if it's even good enough definition to even see it. And it might actually have been right before that scene when they pan onto it with the. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's 247 on the tunnel. Let's go and I'll show you the chart, the Queen's Cross chart. We're going to just look at the numbers between these two black lines here. The middle of this table, the perfect balancing spot is right here where I'm drawing this black dot. Now, Pierce Brosnan just drove that tank into the tunnel. Pierce Brosnan's birthday is 5/16. The tunnel has this number on it. Okay? 247. The side of the train has 745 on it, and the tank has 343 on it, and those two are going to collide. Notice this makes the cross that's laying over, the cross of Christ. Okay, the death of Christ. Notice that 4/4 this year, okay, and 4/3 and 4/4 are going to be the points at which Jesus is inside the tunnel or dead. Yeah, getting ready in the tomb, getting ready to emerge. Okay, on 4/5. Now 4/5, let me just note this in here, 4/5 and 4/5 occur in this number line. Why? Because this number line, the numbers 4/4 balance with the numbers 5/5. Okay, 55 and 44 in this particular number line, which is the number line of the pi number line, those numbers balance each other. Okay, and that will be Easter this year. 5/4 or 4/5, however you want to write it. Okay, we're going to see the 68 show up in a minute. We've seen a lot of 8/3 stuff showing up, and remembering Snatch, Guy Ritchie's Madonna film, I think. That came out on the 23rd of August. Okay, and we've also got St. Patrick's Day coming up, which is not this isn't the quite correct permutation of it, but it's these numbers which are all to do with Eli. Okay, these 731 numbers. Okay, anyway, this is the cross of Christ. It's laying over, and again, train, tank equals Madonna. At the start of that scene, right when Pierce Brosnan steals the tank, just right before that, there is a reference to Boys and Toys, which is a reference to Boy Toy, which is a reference to Madonna. And at the end of that scene, they make the same Boy Toy reference. Okay, it's a reference to Madonna. Now, let's look at this number, the tunnel number. Okay, 247. So let's do a number jump with Madonna real quick. Let's look at this number jump. From Madonna's birthday to 331 this year, 247 days. 247. This is what is on that tunnel in GoldenEye. Okay, the tunnel reference. Now, what's fascinating about 331? Two people that are connected to Madonna. Christopher Walken. Okay, Christopher Walken, and his birthday is 331, and he hides the gold watch up his backside in Pulp Fiction, gives it to Butch, who is the boxer. Okay, and we have many references to boxing. Boxing Day, Biff to biff somebody, Biff in Back to the Future to box them. Again, Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. What else have I got with Boxing Day? And the illegal boxing match, the fixed boxing match in Pulp Fiction, the secret boxing stuff in Fight Club with Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt is the son of Mary he's the Christ figure in Snatch, and again the illegal boxing. So there's all these connections back to the box. Okay, kind of fascinating stuff, right? Anyway, I'm just trying to think what I want to say about this. So Christopher Walken, he has this birthday, and he is going to be 83. Ugh. We've done so much stuff with 83 with Madonna, and the reason why this is interesting is, again, because if we go back to this table, 83 was the last date we were looking at for Madonna, and that is also from 83 to 49, which also ties into this Easter date. From 83 to 49 it's 33 days if you want to count like that. Okay, 33 days. Okay. Also, what's interesting is we were doing the stuff with we've done some. I mean, Ewan McGregor is on this date, and he is in Trainspotting. So this is Ewan McGregor's birthday, and he will be 55 years old. So he's going from 54 into 55 on this day. Yeah, 54 to 55. 54 in that cycle is all to do with 55 and 44. He's going to be 55. That's the other balancing numbers. They're on this side of the line here that balance with these middle numbers here with the 4-4 that we're looking at for Madonna potentially croak on 4-4. Or maybe she'll croak on this date, 3/31. I don't know. I've got some more interesting stuff with this. I just tell you, it's difficult to really actually. Which date would you pick? I don't know. I think I like 4/4 better for the really big ritual, but I think something with a tunnel might happen on 3/31. Maybe something with the Channel Tunnel, or maybe something to do with Elon Musk and one of his tunneling companies. Maybe a tunnel collapses, maybe somebody gets trapped in a tunnel, or maybe they open a tunnel on that day. Not really quite sure, but anyway. Yeah, let's go back to this. So this is the tunnel reference with the 247 with Madonna on that particular day. 55 years old, 83 years old, super significant stuff to do with that what you call it, timeline cycle there. Again, Elon Musk does have the Vegas loop, which we're dealing with a loop. with these cycles. Okay, so this, marginally interesting stuff. Anyway, let's look at the female counterpart with Ewan in the film, which is what the hell's her name? Oh, blooming hell, I can't think for a minute. Oh, blooming hell, I can't remember her name now. It's gone out of my head. But anyway, she's playing Diane in the film, right? It might come back to me, it might not. And this is her birthday, okay? Through to 331, it's 18300 days. 183. Now that numerology is very interesting to do with, I know it's not in the right order, but when you think about, let's write on here again, when you think about somebody with the name Diane, who died in a tunnel on 831, okay, 831 or 318 was Diana's death date in a tunnel, and this is really interesting with Trainspotting. The girl in Trainspotting, who's Diane, who's connected to Ewan McGregor, and 331, Ewan McGregor's birthday. We were doing the decodes with 38, back with the 38 date for Madonna, and now we're on 183, and again, it makes me think of Diana dying in a tunnel, right? So I also looked up the actual release of Trainspotting through to Easter. Okay, 11,000 days on the nose. This is super duper interesting with what we're talking about with the idea of resurrection and resurrecting the number 11, which is man resurrecting, and then the spiritual counterpart to that resurrecting at the same. What we have right now with the One World Trade Center is entanglement. Okay, those things need to be separated. They need to be perfect reflections of one another rather than being intertwined. Okay, the intertwinement can work, but it's a bit like bindweed. Once that bindweed takes over, that entanglement will kill the host plant or whatever. Okay, anyway, getting sidetracked. Hoover Dam through to 331. I thought I'd just do it to see if any of the numbers were matching up. We got 33055. Kind of interesting with Ewan McGregor, the 330, and again, of course, you can wangle it to that date, 330, and then Ewan McGregor is going to be 55 on the following day. So that was kind of interesting with the Hoover Dam and everything. But what have we got? Diana's death through to, I got Diana's death now through to Diane in the film. Okay, let's look at this. 7861, 68, 68. Pretty interesting with this tunnel. The tunnel reference in GoldenEye with that number with Madonna connecting back to 331, 331 date, and this now the 6868 with Diana and Diane in the film. Okay, let's have another goosey gander at some Diana numbers. Princess Diana's birthday through to 33126, 777 months. Interesting to do the months with the feminine. Okay, 777. Lucky number 7 jackpot. Okay, and her death through to 331, 343 months. Yeah, the tank in GoldenEye, that tank, 343. Okay, where the hell is it? Come on. Where is it? Somewhere there. Oh dear, just painful. I should have gotten to a better clip of this, I think. There it is. No, can't get on it. Just always the same is. Can't get on it. Dan, just leave it. Just leave the bloody tank. Leave the tank alone. Right, we know it's 4-3. 3-4-3. Okay? So that is absolutely mental. And what's this last one? Oh, I did this premiere of GoldenEye through to 4-4. Just to see, of course, because we've got to double check back with that. 1-1-1-0-0. Yeah, remember remember this is a 9/11. This is a resurrection of the Three Towers. This is in this is in the I Pet Goat scene with Madonna. We've got the Three Towers sitting over the top of it, you know, that thing. So 1-1-1, very interesting with the GoldenEye reference there. I'm going to leave it there. I've got a load more stuff for this, but I'm trying to keep these videos short and just to the point. We know that references it, right? There's a whole bunch more stuff to it though, and the problem is I just don't have time to check millions of number jumps for all this stuff. Anyway, I'm trying to do some of the more interesting stuff, and yeah, thanks for watching. I guess I'm going to bed now, but I've got about 4 or 5 more really interesting connections to this hotspot date, you know, from 3/31 on through to just the first part of April. Basically, it's just a huge hotspot of dates and connections. Whether anything really is going to happen, I don't know, but I don't know. Every time I think something's going to happen, it doesn't, and then all of a sudden I find a whole bunch more dates that are even more interesting almost. And I don't know how much more interesting stuff can get, before something does happen. I'm not sure. I don't know. You kind of have to use your own discernment. You know, look at this stuff. It's interesting, but you know, I feel like I'm onto something here, but you know, who knows? Every time I think I'm onto something, it just doesn't pan out correctly or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on another one soon. All right. Cheers. Bye.